9.
Verse 9. And the third angel followed them, saying, which had a loud voice, if any man worship the image and if any man worship the beast and his image.
If any man worship the beast and his image, if any of you worship the white man as Christ, or say it don't matter what Christ looked like, which is still worshiping the beast.
Right.
Go ahead.
And receive his mark in his forehead.
And you receive his doctrines in your forehead.
Or in his hand.
Or you agree with their policies. Read.
The same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of God.
The same shall do what?
Drink of the wine of the wrath of God.
You're going to drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High. Read on.
Which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation. And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. He shall what?
Be tormented.
I thought it don't matter what the image is. He can look like anything. It don't matter what Christ looked like. That's not what the Bible says. The Bible says if you worship the beast or his image, what's going to happen?
And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone.
You will be tormented with fire and brimstone.
In the presence of the holy angels.
In the presence of the holy angels.
And in the presence of the Lamb.
And Christ himself. So it matters what image you put up to Christ and the angels.
That's right.
In the age of information, you can really just Google and find out why is Jesus white.
Right.
Because that's all I literally did, was just type that into Google. The portrayal of a white image of Christ was given to black people as a tool of oppression.
You see that? As a tool of oppression.
Right.
During European colonialism and slavery.
During the bottomless pit colonizing you.
Rooted in a history of white supremacy. This image was not historically accurate.
You see this?
But served to reinforce a racial hierarchy by associating divinity with whiteness.
But you got stupid black people that'll come up to us and say, it doesn't matter.
Bruh.
It mattered to the so-called white man.
The worship of the first beast.
The worship of the first beast.
You gonna learn today.
Y'all want to play the one with some movement on that? So you got obviously Sibo there. You got some hearts on the right side, moving hearts.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Fireworks.
Lord, please hear my prayer.
Worshiping so-called.
I do lie,
Sibo.
but your sins are forgiven from my mercy.
All right. Worship of the first beast. So now, let's go to Revelation chapter 17. Start at verse 8.
The book of Revelation, chapter 17, verse 8.
Hey, RT, do y'all have the 7 heads, 10 horns photo? Let me get that.
Yes, sir.
Read this.
The book of Revelation, 17 and verse 8. The beast that thou sawest was and is not, and shall ascend out of the bottomless pit.
So the beast that you saw was in your vision and is not currently in existence. Read on.
And shall ascend out of the bottomless pit.
And shall ascend out of the bottomless pit.
And go into perdition.
And go into perdition. Matter of fact, let me get that in Ecclesiastes. Is it 3? Yes. 18, is it? Yeah, let me get that real quick. Because we're reading about beast here. Is it talking about animals, bears, lions? The Most High does use certain attributes to describe this beast. But it's talking about men. Watch this right here.
The book of Ecclesiastes 3 and verse 18.
Go ahead.
I said in mine heart concerning the estate of the sons of men.
Of who?
The sons of men.
The sons of men.
That God might manifest them.
That God might reveal the wicked. Come on.
And that they might see that they themselves are beasts.
They are beasts. They are beasts. So go back to verse 8 again.
Yes, sir. Revelation 17 and verse 8. The beast that thou sawest was and is not, shall ascend out of the bottomless pit.
Hey, give me page 34 and 344 and 345. And shall ascend out of the bottomless pit. Now, what is this bottomless pit right here? Show this image right here, if y'all got it real quick. Let me get that. You can also go to Revelation chapter 9 while they pull it up. I don't think I'm going to read all of it, but Revelation 9 will also deal with the bottomless pit. Start at 1 real quick.
The book of Revelations 1 and verse 9. And the fifth angel sounded, and I saw a star fall from heaven unto the earth.
That's a missile. Read on.
And to him was given the key of
that star is an angel. Excuse me. Go ahead.
And to him.
That's the proof. And to him, that star, that angel, go ahead.
Was given the key of the bottomless pit.
Was given a key to the bottomless pit. Read on.
And he opened the bottomless pit, and there arose a smoke out of the pit, as a smoke of a great furnace.
Read on.
And the sun and the air were darkened.
What is this talking about? War. War. This is the First World War. Now jump down to verse 11. Watch this.
Verse 11. And they had a king over them, which is the angel of the bottomless pit.
They had a king over them, which is the what?
Which is the king.
The angel.
And they had a king over them, which is the angel of the bottomless pit.
Right. Now, that word king and angel is synonymous. An angel sometimes just means a leader. That's what it's talking about here. This king here is talking about Kaiser Wilhelm. It says he's what?
The angel of the bottomless pit.
Kaiser Wilhelm was the angel or leader of the bottomless pit. Now, y'all got the image, IT? Page 344 and 345? Yeah.
Start at the top.
Just give me the yellow part right at the bottom.
As America fights against the violence that God has ordained to destroy this corrupt system, with it will become financially weak.
Now listen to what it says. As America fights against this violence that God has ordained to destroy this corrupt system, Josiah, blown to smithereens, right? Go ahead.
With it will become financially weaker.
Come on.
As the beast out of the bottomless pit, Europe.
What does it say?
The beast out of the bottomless pit, Europe.
So the bottomless pit is Europe. Revelation chapter 9 just verified that. During that First World War, Kaiser Wilhelm was the king over Europe.
You're going to learn today. The beast out of the bottomless pit, Europe becomes stronger. Eventually, some of the nation holders of our phony treasure bonds in Asia or Europe or the Middle East will dump them. And violence will fill the streets of this great whore.
And violence will fill the streets of this great whore, which is America.
As the financial capital heads back to Europe for the destruction of Babylon.
Right, because Europe is going to destroy Babylon. But the point that's all I wanted. I just wanted to show y'all, even some outside sources verify that Europe is the bottomless pit. Right. You understand? Now go back. Revelation 17:8 again.
The book of Revelation, chapter 17, verse 8.
Yep.
The beast that thou sawest was and is not, and shall ascend out of the bottomless pit.
So y'all write that down. Europe. That's what that is. The bottomless pit is Europe. Go ahead.
The beast that thou sawest was and is not, and shall ascend out of the bottomless pit, and go into perdition.
And go into destruction. Read on.
And they that dwell on the earth shall wonder, whose names were not written in the book of life from the foundation.
Europe, the so-called white man, their names are not written in the book of life. Hence, Trump saying, I don't think I can make it in there. Right. You understand? Eventually, they're going to be done away with. It is what it is. Go ahead.
That's right.
Whose names were not written in the book of life from the foundation of the world.
From the foundation of the world, it was already established. The kingdom of heaven was only for the 12 tribes of Israel. Go ahead.
When they behold the beast that was, and is not, and yet is.
And yet is, because it existed as Rome at that time.
Right.
Now, the class title, again, is Worship of the First Beast, which is Rome.
Right.
Verse 9.
And here is the mind which hath wisdom. The 7 heads are the 7 mountains on which the woman sitteth.
Now, can y'all give me the 7 heads real quick? The 7 heads are 7 mountains on which the woman sitteth. Give me that real quick. Y'all got it?
The 7 heads: Greece, Rome, Spain, France, Germany, Russia, Great Britain.
Right. 7 heads are 7 mountains. Read verse 10.
Verse 10.
Now keep that up.
And there are 7 kings. 5 are fallen, and 1 is, and the other is not yet come.
So 5 are fallen, and 1 is, and the other is yet. What did it say again? The other what?
And there are 7 kings. 5 are fallen, and 1 is, and the other is not yet come.
So what are the 5 that had fell by the time John wrote this? Greece, France, Spain, Germany, and Russia. Now, the one that was ruling was Rome, and the one that was not yet is Great Britain. You understand? Bible prophecy fulfilled. Read that again.
And there are 7 kings. 5 are fallen.
5 are fallen.
And 1 is.
And one is, which was Rome. It was still in existence at that time. Go ahead.
And the other is not yet come.
Britain had not began to rule yet. Read on.
And when he cometh, he must continue a short space. And the beast that was and is not, even he is the 8th.
Even what?
He is the 8th.
Even he is the 8th. That's America or Babylon the Great.
And is of the 7.
And is of the 7. He comes out of that 7th, which is Great Britain.
And goeth into perdition.
And goeth into destruction. Now, what verse we at?
Verse 12.
Go to So America is the 8th that came out of the 7. But the class title was worshiping the first beast. What is that first beast? Rome. How does America have us worshiping the first beast? We're going to get into that.
Verse 1?
Yes, sir.
The book of Psalms 64, verse 1. Hear my voice, O God.
And let me not say us, although we were doing it at one particular time, right? But we repented. All praise to the Most High. Watch this right here.
All praise. Psalm 64, verse 1. Hear my voice, O God, in my prayer. Preserve my life from the fear of the enemy. Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked.
It says, hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked. Remember, Job 9:24 says, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. Read on.
From the insurrection of the workers of iniquity.
Go ahead.
Who whet their tongue like a sword and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words.
Read on.
That they may shoot in secret at the perfect. Suddenly
that they may shoot in secret at the perfect. That's the 12 tribes of Israel. Read on.
Suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not.
And they fear not. They say, listen, we got these niggas destroyed. Read on.
They encourage themselves in an evil matter.
This is the point. They encourage themselves in an evil matter. Read on.
They commune of laying snares privately.
They commune of laying traps for us privately. They cause us to worship the first beast privately. Read on.
They say, who shall see them?
They'll never figure it out. Guess what? Because we mix the Bible with this stuff. We say, look, this is Jesus. This is his birthday. This is that day. This is the day he rose. Read on.
They search out iniquities.
They do what?
Search out iniquities.
Now that's some evil stuff. They search out iniquities. Read on.
They accomplish a diligent search.
They accomplish a diligent search. Read on.
Both the inward thought of every one of them and the heart is deep.
And what do they do when they search out these iniquities? Again, they set traps and keep our people in the midst of sin. That's what they do with it. Is that it?
You want verse 7? Keep going.
Read 6 again.
Verse 6. They search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search. Both the inward thought of every one of them and the heart is deep.
Read on.
But God shall shoot at them
God
with
shall
an
do
arrow.
what? What is God going to do?
But God shall shoot at them with an arrow.
The Lord is going to judge the nations. Read on.
Suddenly shall they be wounded. So they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves.
Now, they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. So sometimes the wicked will reveal that they are the devil the Bible speak of. But guess what? The prophets have to bring it out and make it plain for our people. Why? Because it says here, they commune of laying snares privily. So a lot of times our people can't see the destruction that's being laid out for them. You understand? Now, go back to Revelation. Go to chapter 13, verse 4.
Yes, sir. The book of Revelation 13 and verse 4. And they worship the dragon, which gave power unto the beast.
This is talking about the so-called white man. They worship the devil, which gave them their power. Read on.
And they worship the beast, saying, who is like unto the beast, who is able to make war with him?
Now, who is able to make war with him? Give me that in Obadiah, chapter 1, verse 3. Yes, sir. I want Edom. I think Edom is in verse 1, but give me verse 3 after that. Yes, so it says, who is able to make war with him? What does that mean? This so-called white man rules the entire planet Earth. Nobody can bring him down. Watch what it says here in Obadiah. It's going to prove who this is in Revelation. Read.
Obadiah, verse 1.
Good.
The vision of Obadiah. Thus saith the Lord God concerning Edom.
Concerning Edom.
We have heard a rumor from the Lord, and an ambassador is sent among the heathen. Arise ye, and let us rise up against her in battle.
Good.
Verse 3. The pride of thine heart have deceived thee.
Edom, the pride of their heart has deceived them.
Right.
They think they're ruling because of their own power. Go ahead.
Thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock.
That's the Caucasian, the cave dwellers. It says, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock. Read on.
Whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart,
That say in his mind.
who shall bring me down to the ground?
You see what they say? Who's going to bring me down? Nobody can destroy us. That's why I said in Revelation about that beast, who is able to make war with him? That's Edom. Okay. Go back to Revelation 13.
Revelation
Jump to verse 12.
chapter 13 and verse 12. And he exerciseth all the power of the first beast before him.
Now, this eighth head exercises all the power of the first beast, which is Rome. Read on.
And causeth the earth and them which dwell therein to worship the first beast.
To do what?
Worship the first beast.
To do what?
Worship the first beast.
It says, and he causeth the earth and them that dwell therein to worship the first beast. Read on.
Whose deadly wound was healed.
How is his wound healed? Because Rome came back into power.
Right.
Then you have, again, Greece, Rome, Spain, France, Germany, Russia, Great Britain, then America. Go ahead.
And he doeth great wonders, so that he make fire come down from heaven on earth in the sight of men, and deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast.
That's why they say, well, who can make war with him? He deceived them. Nobody can destroy this man. That's how they were lifted up in pride. Go ahead.
Saying to them that dwell on the earth that they should make an image to the beast.
They should do what?
Make an image to the beast.
So now they said, listen, this man, he has to be God. We need to make an image to this beast. Read on.
Which had the wound by a sword.
Which had a wound by a sword.
And did live.
And did live. Read on.
And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast.
This is how they did it. Show it. Go ahead, show it. It says, and they had power to give life unto the image of the beast. Go ahead.
That the image of the beast.
That the what?
Image of the beast.
That this image that you see.
Should both speak.
Should speak in their movies.
And cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed.
Should be killed. So they made an image to this beast. Let's roll through some of these images. This is the image of the beast. That fourth kingdom that came upon the earth, which is Rome, and came back as America, they made an image for this beast, which is the so-called white man. Remember, Ecclesiastes 3:18 says the sons of men are beasts. Okay? This is how they did it right here. This is how they did it. This is Cesar Borgia. Now zoom into that one. Give me the bottom of that one right there. Y'all just pull it up.
The original of this bust was found in the church of San Salvatore in Termis, now destroyed. It is an open secret that Caesar Borgia.
It is an open secret. Huh? Remember, it said in the book of Psalms, the 64th chapter, they commune of laying snares privily. But guess what? They know what they're doing. It's just our people don't know it. It's an open secret that what?
That Caesar Borgia, the son of Pope Alexander, had posed for it.
He posed for it. Everybody knows this. Read on.
Upon the demolition of the church, the bust disappeared until it was rediscovered on the walls of the penitentiary of Civita and Castellana near Rome.
Right. So that's one of the first aspects of the so-called white man causing our people to worship the first beast. They cause y'all to worship Rome by putting up a false image of Christ. You want to touch on any scriptures on that? False image?
You're going to learn today.
Hey, Kat, I do want to say that in World War II, they gave that famous picture that we see that Bishop pulls all the time. They gave it to all the soldiers. So even the black men that were going to the military to war to fight for that beast, they gave them the image of the beast for them to see while they're at war getting killed for America.
Right. I think it's called Head of Christ. Head of Christ. So y'all look that up. During World War I. Okay. You got it?
Hey, can we get Isaiah 42:8? Because we gotta understand we've been hoodwinked in worshiping Cesar Borgia, who the world thinks is Jesus Christ. But the Lord said this about them, Isaiah 42:8.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 42, verse 8.
Uh-huh.
I am the Lord, that is my name.
Go ahead.
And my glory will I not give to another.
The Lord will not give his glory to another. Read.
Neither my praise to graven images.
Neither his praise to graven image. How many times we done seen people bow down at the feet of Cesar Borgia on that cross? They have given their praise to a graven image. The Most High ain't with that. Okay?
Hey, go to what I want. Go back to Revelation 13. Read 15.
The book of Revelation 13 and verse 15. And he had power to give life to the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed.
Go ahead.
Verse 16. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads.
Read on.
And that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name.
I want Revelation 14, 14 and 11.
Revelation chapter 14 and verse 11. And the smoke of their torment ascendeth up forever and ever.
Nope, 9.
Verse 9. And the third angel followed them, saying, which had a loud voice, if any man worship the image and if any man worship the beast and his image.
If any man worship the beast and his image, if any of you worship the white man as Christ, or say it don't matter what Christ looked like, which is still worshiping the beast. Right. Go ahead.
And receive his mark in his forehead.
And you receive his doctrines in your forehead.
Or in his hand.
Or you agree with their policies. Read.
The same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of God.
The same shall do what?
Drink of the wine of the wrath of God.
You're going to drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High. Read on.
Which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation.
Uh-huh.
And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone.
Whoa. He shall what?
Be tormented.
I thought it don't matter what the image is. He can look like anything. It don't matter what Christ looked like. That's not what the Bible says. The Bible says if you worship the beast or his image, what's going to happen?
And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone.
You will be tormented with fire and brimstone.
In the presence of the holy angels.
In the presence of the holy angels.
And in the presence of the Lamb.
And Christ himself. So it matters what image you put up to Christ and the angels. That's right. It does matter.
Right. Hey, Cap, I had...
you seen it?
When you was going over, can they pull that up real quick? This is why they gave us the portrayal of a white Jesus. And
right.
We're in the age of information. You can really just Google and find out why is Jesus white. Right. Because that's all I literally did was just type that into Google.
Dang.
Can y'all pull that up?
So yeah, all aspects of American life are designed to pay obeisance to Rome. And they do it primarily through this image right here.
We ain't going to read the whole thing. We're just going to read a couple sections, Cap.
Go ahead.
It says, the portrayal of a white image of Christ was given to black people as a tool of oppression.
You see that? As a tool of oppression.
Right. During European colonialism and slavery.
During the bottomless pit colonizing you.
Rooted in a history of white supremacy.
Uh-huh.
This image was not historically accurate.
You see this?
But served to reinforce a racial hierarchy by associating divinity with whiteness.
But you got stupid black people that'll come up to us and say, it doesn't matter. Bruh. It mattered to the so-called white man when he gave it to you. Go ahead.
And subordinating black and indigenous peoples.
No. Going back to what we were saying, John, Officer John, we're talking about Hatue, Atahualpa. They didn't want to go to heaven where the white people were at. They got asked, they asked the white man while they were being tied to a stake, about to be burned alive, hey, is there people like you in heaven? And then the damn Edomite, the conquistador said, yeah, there's white people in heaven. So Atahualpa was like, well, hell no, kill me, because I don't want to be a place where you at. I don't want to go to heaven where you at. So they got put to death with, you see the cross, they giving that white Jesus, right? They giving us the Catholicism. And our ancestors, they knew the real history. They knew that Christ was a black man. Because a lot of people don't know that, even like in Mexico, there's an image of the black Christ being pierced with the, I'm going to have to get that picture in a minute, but pierced on the side, water coming out. We knew Christ was black. They came over here giving us that BS.
The article actually backs up what you're saying. It says colonialism and white supremacy. Can y'all pull it back up? It says European colonizers and slaveholders.
Scroll up.
Come on down. Yep, right there. It says European colonizers and slaveholders weaponized the image of a white Jesus.
Whoa. They weaponized the image of the white Jesus. Go ahead.
To enforce social caste systems. By portraying Jesus as white, they implied that the colonizers themselves were on God's side.
That's the point. That's why our people to this very day say, well, you sure he can't get in? Because y'all still see them as God and God's people. Read on.
It says, they implied that colonizers themselves were on God's side, which helped justify the oppression of black and indigenous people.
Which did what? What did this image do?
Help justify the oppression of black and indigenous people.
Right, because even their own people says, well, yeah, we're God's people because Jesus looks white. So, yeah, these got to be devils and demons right here.
Hey, the last section right here. It says associating power with whiteness. The imagery promoted the dogma that white is right and advanced the status quo of a Western world built on white supremacy. A white Jesus reinforced the idea that God had created some people to rule and others to serve based on skin color.
See this? Go ahead, Oaks.
Hey, let me show you. Get Wisdom of Solomon 2 and then jump down to verse 16. Watch this. Look what the ungodly know about themselves. The same bottomless pit, the same beast. Watch this. Wisdom of Solomon 2 and 1.
The book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 2 and verse 1.
Come on.
For the ungodly said, reasoning within themselves.
So we understand who's speaking. It's the ungodly. Look what they said. Jump to verse 16.
Verse 16.
Yep.
We are esteemed of him as counterfeits.
We are esteemed as counterfeits. They know they not the real ones. Read.
He abstaineth from our ways and from filthiness.
Come on.
He pronounces the end of the just to be blessed.
He does what?
Pronounce the end of the just to be blessed.
We're the just. They're looking at it when we're gone, that it's a blessing to them. Read.
And maketh his boast that God is his father.
He does what? What does the counterfeits do?
And
that last
maketh
part.
his boast
Uh-huh.
that God is his father.
That's how you know they counterfeits. Now they're claiming, and they took the image and whitewashed it, and they're claiming that God is their father. But they are counterfeits, and they know that. But yet they will push their own image. They will push all of that on us because it does something to you psychologically. You realize the Bible ain't got nothing to do with you. And all it took was one image.
Hey, get Jeremiah 2 and 11. Here's how to know if you're serving a counterfeit image. Look at all the nations and how they serve their gods and what it's done for them. Read that.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 2 and verse 11.
Come on.
Hath the nation changed their gods?
Has any other nation under heaven changed their gods? Chinese got a Chinese god. Arabs got an Arab god. A white man's got himself. Black people have white Jesus. Read again.
Hath the nation changed their gods?
Who else did that but blacks and Hispanics and Native Indians? Read.
Which are yet no gods.
And we changed it to somebody who clearly is not the God of the Bible. Come on.
But my people have changed their glory for that which is not profit.
Every other nation has profited from serving their gods. They have sovereignty. They have their own land. We serve white Jesus and have nothing. We're the ones with a counterfeit image. It's done nothing. What has serving white Jesus done for you the past 400 years? What land do you have now? We have less land now as the natives, as the Hispanics. There's less land after accepting a fake Jesus. What about the white man? More land.
Yeah, man.
What the
All
hell
praise.
you
Hey,
gonna do?
Give me those images that I put up, the last images, like the sports, the documents, time. Give me those images. I want to show y'all again. I made the statement that all aspects of American life is designed for us to pay obeisance in some form or fashion to Rome. And this is sports, but what you see here is the Roman numerals, which goes back to that first beast. Okay, but our people were damn near robbed, stealing, and killed to make it to these Super Bowl games.
This is America.
You understand? Rocky 2. Again, Roman numerals. Give me the next one.
Star Wars, episode 7.
Right, 7. Roman numerals. Remember, cause you to worship the first beast. Pay obeisance to Rome.
Gladiator 2.
Give me the next one. Give me some more.
The Godfather, part 2.
Right.
Hey, Cap.
Yeah.
They call him the Godfather and put a white man up there. That's that subliminal
You see
imagery
that?
that Cap was going over.
Yeah.
They put that image up there. You say the Godfather and put a white man right there.
Right. That's it. They commune of laying snares privily. Because our people don't see stuff like this. Give me some more of them. It was some more, like the clock. Huh? It was some more stuff. Documents, time, all that stuff. Give me all that. Give me all that stuff. Yeah. All of this stuff. Again, Roman numerals, how y'all tell time and all this. It's all back to Rome. You see that? Rome. Okay. Yeah. Give me the documents. Even how we type documents. I want to show y'all this. Watch this. We don't be thinking about stuff like this. Now, I'm not saying it's a sin to have a number 2 that's in Rome. I'm not saying that. The point is, America is an extension of Rome. They cause us to worship or pay obeisance to Rome, that first beast. Y'all got them? It was some documents, like just some pages right at the end. It said like legal documents or something like that. Don't worry about it. Give me the calendar stuff. Give me January. Let's start with that. And give me Daniel 7:23. Yes, sir. I pulled January up after this. Daniel chapter 7 verse 23.
The book of Daniel chapter 7 and verse 23.
So we showed the clocks and whatnot. Okay, Roman numerals. But watch this right here.
Thus he said, the fourth beast shall be the fourth kingdom upon earth.
The fourth beast, which is Rome, shall be the what?
The fourth kingdom upon earth.
Shall be the fourth kingdom upon the earth. Brothers, not yet. I didn't ask for it yet. Shall be the fourth kingdom upon the earth. So you had Babylon, Persia, Mede, Greece, Rome. Rome was the fourth. America comes out of them. Remember, it says that deadly wound was healed. They came back into power. Go ahead.
Which shall be diverse from all kingdoms.
Yep.
And shall devour the whole earth.
Uh-huh.
And shall tread it down and break it in pieces. And the 10 horns out of this kingdom are 10 kings.
And the 10 horns, give me that image. Give me that image again. And the 10 horns out of this kingdom are 10 kings.
That shall arise.
That shall arise.
And another shall arise after them.
And another shall arise after the 10. So these are the 10 right here. Read the 10 for them.
The 10 horns: Belgium, Luxembourg, Netherlands, Germany, United Kingdom, Italy, Greece, France, Denmark, and Ireland.
Right. And then when it says, read that again, that verse.
Verse 24. And the 10 horns out of this kingdom are 10 kings that shall arise. And another shall arise after them.
And another shall arise after them, which is America. Go ahead.
And he shall be diverse from the first, and he shall subdue 3 kings.
And America shall be different from the first and shall subdue 3 kings, which is Spain, France, and Britain. Go ahead.
And he shall speak great words against the Most High.
And he, that last kingdom, shall speak what?
Great words against the Most High. And shall wear out the saints of the Most High.
What does that mean? Wear us out? How? In slavery. They enslaved us with the white image of Jesus.
Right.
Go ahead.
And think to change times.
And do what?
Change times.
And shall think to change times.
And laws.
And laws.
And they shall be given into his hand until a time and times and the dividing of time.
Now, give me, you know what? I ain't going to get that. Give me link 3 real quick. Give me link 3. Let's go to that one. Let's go to that. I want to start with days of the week. It says, he shall think to change times and laws. Now, when you examine the scriptures, we didn't name our days. It was day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5. When you read in the history, like after Babylon, after the exile and whatnot, then we started to adopt Babylonian names like what was it called? What's the I think Adar, Abib. Abib is in there, but it's another one. It's another one I'm thinking of. Nisan, things like that. Nisan. We started to adopt those Babylonian names after we've been exiled. Now, give me this real quick. Link 3. Right. Ziph, a lot of names in the scriptures you'll see.
Name of the days of the week. In a vast number of languages, the names given to the 7 days of the week are derived from the names of the classical planets in Hellenistic astronomy.
In Greek astronomy. It says, read that part again? The
Yes,
names?
sir. Yes, sir.
Hey, why does it look like that? You got to look up there, I guess. It's kind of cut off.
Yeah. Yes, sir. In a vast number of languages, the names given to the 7 days of the week are derived from the names of the classical planets in Hellenistic astronomy, which were in turn named after contemporary deities.
So it says they named the days of the week after Roman or Greek gods.
Right.
Read on.
A system introduced by the Sumerians and later adopted by the Babylonians, from whom the Roman Empire.
From whom who?
The Roman Empire.
That fourth beast.
Adopted the system during the late antiquity.
They adopted the same thing. Now jump down to the second paragraph. It says Sunday
Yes, sir.
remained.
Sunday remained the first day of the week.
What did Sunday do?
Sunday remained the first day of the week.
You telling me a pastor can't figure this out? Sunday is the first day of the week. Was it called Sunday back then? No. To us, it was just day one. But they started to adopt and name them like Sunday after Sol Invictus or these different deities that they just said. But Sunday remained the first day of the week. Go ahead.
Being considered the day of the sun god, Sol Invictus.
That's it right there. So now when the so-called church, black church that is, worship on Sunday, you're worshiping Sol Invictus, which goes back to what? Worshiping the first beast. Roman gods. You want to say something?
No, just real quick, Cap. Have you always hear Sunday worship? They put it on their little boards.
Yep.
Have you ever heard Sabbath day worship?
You
No.
never hear that.
It's always Sunday worship. They make it clear we're worshiping the sun today.
Yep. That's it. That's it. Sol Invictus. That's who you worshiping. A damn Roman deity. Go back to that again. Sunday.
The Sunday remained the first day of the week, being considered the day of the sun god, Sol Invictus, and the Lord's day, while the Jewish Sabbath remained the seventh.
You see what it says? Man, come on, man. This is easy stuff.
today.
While the Jewish Sabbath remained the seventh, it's never changed.
That's right.
The Babylonians
Now
invented
jump down to the international. Just get to the next part. Yeah.
the international standard ISO 8601. Monday is treated as the first day of the week.
Now notice what it says in the international standard. This can kind of go with your work week because oftentimes we ask people, "Hey, what's the first day of the week?" They'll say Monday. We're not talking about a work week, but it says Monday is treated as the first day of the week. Read on.
But in many countries, it is counted as the second day
Right,
of the
because
week.
it comes after the first, which is Sunday. It is what it is. Go down a little bit. Open up numbered days of the week. Go down. Should be a tab. Numbered. It's a tab. It should be. Go up. It said numbered days of the week.
Moving too fast.
Keep going. Keep going down. Scroll down. Brothers, you got to move. You're not scrolling. Let me see. Let's see. It ain't in this.
Hey, Cap.
Yep.
So
Keep going as he talk.
So something we hear often, how do we know that during the time of Christ that he was also keeping the seventh-day Sabbath according to today's calendar? It's letting you know right there in that article you just pulled, they kept Sunday as the first day.
Right.
According to Rome. So in the same time when Christ was walking, he kept the Sabbath day according to the same calendar we're using today.
Exactly.
And that was an easy Google. Our people don't want to learn. I forgot who I was speaking to. Christianity has such a spell on you that you would be in Christianity, there is no room for growth. You hear that long as you believe, you have nothing else to learn.
Yep, that's it. So read that real quick.
Days numbered from Monday. ISO prescribes Monday as the first day of the week with ISO 8601 for software and date formats. The Slavic, Baltic, and Uralic languages, except Finnish and partially Estonian and Vodo, adopted numbering but took Monday rather than Sunday as the first day.
They did what?
Took Monday rather than Sunday as the first day.
They took Monday rather than Sunday as the first day of the week. Read on.
This convention is also found in some Austronesian languages whose speakers were converted to Christianity.
Austronesian is Japheth. That's who that is. Go ahead.
Whose speakers were converted to Christianity by European missionaries.
So guess what? It was still pushed by the so-called white man. Right. Okay? The white man still pushes filth on Japheth themselves. So now, give me link 4 real quick. We touched this last week with Pam, but I want to play this again because it just backed up the scriptures that Sunday always remained the first day of the week. Play this right here. I ain't gonna really explain it too much, but just play it.
This is like people that like to fight those who said, why y'all worshiping? It's not the Sabbath. It's not the Sabbath. Every time we say we're going to take a Sabbath, people come on our they fight. Oh, Sunday's not the Sabbath. Give me the camera. We know that Sunday is not the Jewish Sabbath. We know that Saturday is the Jewish Sabbath. We worship Christ on Sunday because he was resurrected on Sunday. And instead of fighting us about the Sabbath, man, you should love people that may not agree with what you have to say. We got to stop.
Stop it. That's it. I don't want to hear nothing else you got to say. Right. But you got dumb black people that'll sit and listen to a pastor that says, listen, I know what we doing ain't in the scriptures, but this is just why I want to do it anyway.
You got the devil on you.
Shalom, Israel. This is Bishop Nathaniel. I want you to know that you can view all our Sabbath classes live on IUIC TV. That's right, I said on IUIC TV. Download the app today. Shalom.
What is the nation? Nation is men leading by example. Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is children with role models. Nation